Over a week of traveling had shown us how Scotland's diverse culture was so closely related to its many languages. But there was one important and rare language we hadn't yet encountered, the Celtic tongue called Gaelic, spoken by less than 2% of the population. After hitchhiking across the Highlands, we've made it to Ullapool, a small fishing village in the far north of Scotland. But it's not far enough. We want to go to where Gaelic is still spoken in the streets. To do that, we gotta cross the sea to the Isle of Lewis.
But getting there is not easy, because the Isle of Lewis lies in the Outer Hebrides, a remote island chain in the northwest corner of the UK. This is where modern Britain meets its Celtic and Viking past. And to tell you the truth, it feels a world away from London, even Glasgow. These islands are so far north that at one point they even belonged to Norway. Sites like this are impressive and beautiful, but they don't tell us very much. And that's because the people who built these stones, the Celts, relied on oral tradition, one generation telling the stories that make up their culture to the next, through language. Now, to find out more, we have to speak to the people who still speak Gaelic. But looking for a language is not as easy as it sounds, especially when the bus only passes once every 3 hours. But there is an upside to sporadic bus service. What is that, you may ask? A personal tour of the island, courtesy of the friendly driver.
That's my own house. That's where I stay.
Okay.
The house is on the croft. It's Croft House.
He said many islanders also lived on crofts, small-scale farms that raise livestock and harvest peat. Crofting used to be a central part of island life, but times are changing, and these days it's just not that sustainable, with many crofters having to take on multiple jobs just to make ends meet. Got like door-to-door service from the public bus, and it looks like everyone here's got a couple of gigs that they're doing besides the farming or besides the bus. The bus driver's just dropped off a package.
So he's a postman and a bus driver?
It's a postman and a bus driver in one, so...
Alright, let's go.
How many people on the island speak Gaelic? Like what?
No, not so many now. But there's quite a few who can speak it, but don't bother speaking it yet. Which is a shame.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just don't know.
He said that if we wanted to see traditional life, he knew just where to take us. A black house. The thatched stone home heated by a peat fire that farmers shared with their livestock. But this lifestyle only exists in a museum, and as we walked into the dark, smoky hut, we wondered, where had all these people gone? There are people of Scottish descent all over the world, and the reason for that might lie in empty fields like this one. Hundreds of years ago, much of Scotland was worked by tenant farmers, but they were kicked off the land to make room for sheep. So they left. From New Zealand to Patagonia, they brought their culture with them. But standing here, I can't help but wonder if many of those people have forgotten where they came from, and that these fields are still waiting for their children to come home.
Speaking of getting home, it took us a while to get back to Stornoway. But as we waited for the bus, we realized a culture can't survive without young people, and we still hadn't met any. And then we heard music. We're in the Isle of Lewis, and we've just met some really awesome people, and they all speak Gaelic. So we're gonna ask them some questions and hopefully find out a little bit more.
Smisha Caitlin. It's Smisha Rachel.
Smisha Gordon.
It's Smisha Judy.
Whoa, what's Smisha mean?
Smisha means I am. I am. That's how you say your name in Gaelic.
Smisha Alex?
Smisha Mark. Here on the island, do people just like speak Gaelic in the streets?
No.
The older people would.
Older people speak it, like my granny always speaks Gaelic.
Whoever she sees, she says hello.
Yeah. People understand Gaelic, but they don't have confidence to speak it. Yeah, you feel intimidated because yours isn't good enough because you don't use it enough.
Is speaking Gaelic now cool?
I think it's becoming a lot. It's becoming more popular. Like some people kind of regret that they don't have it. Like the older you get, I think you think, like when you're in primary school, you're like, stay away from the Gaelics, or the Garlics as they said.
The Garlics?
Yeah, the Garlics.
So like a vampire? Really?
Yeah.
I think when you're primary, anything can be negative.
Yeah.
No, that's
you have the wrong color hair.
Yeah.
What was that?
I've had a rough time in primary school, okay? I have to be Gaelic, okay? There was no choice for me.
But it was freezing outside and we were missing our concert, so we went to see Skerryvore. After the concert, we sat down with the band, Skerryvore, a rowdy bunch of super friendly dudes who, during our interview, invited us to go on tour with them. Sadly, we had to decline, but we said we'd tag along for the after party. Welcome to Scotland! As the party wore into the wee hours of the night, the music went from rock back to its roots, and from English to Gaelic.
But I noticed that when you guys are singing with the older generation, there's lines that the older generation know that we don't know.
Yeah, of course, because we haven't learned them yet. There's songs that we all sing that everyone knows about, and we all sing the songs and we give it a laldy. But then there's a couple of tunes
or lines
of songs that we don't really know about.
Somebody leads the song and then everyone else joins it.
So it's like a communal thing, like you guys all singing together, and like little by little everyone learns line by line.
Yeah, basically, yeah. If like back in
At 4 in the morning, we were ready to go to bed, happy to have found Gaelic alive and well. That is, as long as they keep singing their songs.
The next morning, we woke up with sunshine, offshore breeze, and the chance to do something we love, surf.
Where are you?
Jenks.
Oh, Jenks. Yeah.
Alex.
Mark.
So
Mark. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, man.
You guys are from California?
We are indeed, dude.
Right. And so what's left across here?
Fate, destiny, who knows?
Yeah, a combination of everything, man.
Curious dudes, and we're always looking for an adventure, and I think we found it out here.
Yeah.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
Nice you. A couple of boys from California.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, just picked them up in town.
Looks good. Yeah? What, like 10 people out in the water?
That's pretty busy, really.
Is it? Beautiful place to go for a surf.
So much, dude.
Gloves necessary.
You got a hoodie too? Good, man.
Oh my god. It's gonna be cold, man. It's gonna be cold. You know you're in for it when your wetsuit has an emergency whistle built in. Looking around us as we paddled out, we smiled at the twist of fate that brought us to a perfect wave we never even knew existed, surfing with total strangers who felt like longtime friends. But like every wave, our adventure came to an end, and we were left with the question that started our journey. What is Scotland? Well, it's not just the Loch Ness Monster, bagpipes, or a kilt. But then again, who are we to say what Scotland is? It meant something different to every person we met. And maybe that's the most beautiful part.
We came to Scotland looking for differences, but instead we connected through the simple joys in life. So maybe Scotland is best compared to its whiskey, complex and too full of history, tradition, and flavor to be taken in a single shot. So if you go to Scotland, pour yourself a double, but remember, sip it slowly.